Since the year 2000, more than 350 books have been published explaining in detail the falsification of theism, Christianity especially. This has never happened before, ever. Please tell your Christian friends about it. They haven't noticed. My name is David Madison, the 21st of January 2020. I'm an ex-clergy atheist, and I have collected these titles into what I call the Cure for Christianity Library, in homage to Mark Twain's famous comment that the best cure for Christianity is reading the Bible. Now, there are a lot more books to help with that. Just type Cure for Christianity Library into Google. These writers have said some pretty cool things, hence this series of flash podcasts, Cure for Christianity, Knockout Quotes. This is quote number 10. Here's a provocative title for you by R.G. Price. Deciphering the Gospels proves Jesus never existed. Instead of getting all hot and bothered by this title, please read the book. 330 pages of solid scholarship. Nothing wrong with some mind-boggling homework. The Gospels themselves fuel doubt about Jesus. Find out why. But the quote from this book that I want to focus on today is about the Apostle Paul. Quote, "Who was Paul? Nothing is known about him other than what is recorded in his writings, but any objective assessment of his writings reveals Paul to have been essentially a raving lunatic." Unquote. Where to begin? Paul believed that Jesus would soon descend through the clouds to set up his kingdom. He was sure that he would be alive to see it, and he assured his followers that even their dead relatives would rise from their graves to meet Jesus in the air. Where the hell did Paul get this nutjob idea? You can be wrong without being a lunatic, but this is lunacy. He told them, moreover, that they would soon be calling the shots in the new Jesus kingdom. Their role would include judging angels. To get ready for the arrival of Jesus, people should stop having sex. There's a nice quote from the British scholar A.N. Wilson to go along with this R.G. Price quote. To say that the Apostle Paul was self-contradictory is an understatement. He was a man who was fighting himself and quarreling with himself all the time. He managed to project the warfare in his own breast onto the cosmos itself. A sample of this warfare can be found in the 7th chapter of Romans. Paul wrote this himself. "I do not understand my own actions, for I do not do what I want, but I do the very thing I hate. But in fact, it is no longer I that do it, but sin that dwells within me. For I know that nothing good dwells within me, that is, in my flesh." Paul needed a therapist. And this is what A.N. Wilson meant by the warfare in Paul's breast that he projected onto the cosmos. This is not healthy theology. This is bad theology. This is not the guy you wanting writing big chunks of the New Testament. But that's what we've got. He came up with a magic spell, by the way, to cure the sin and to assure salvation. Quote, "Believe in your heart and say with your lips that God raised Jesus from the dead." Unquote. That's the magic spell. How crazy can you get? Paul needed medications, not spooky stuff about a resurrection. Paul taught that Jesus would soon have a welcoming party in the sky, in the clouds. Even dead Christians would join in. R.G. Price is right on target. He has given us a knockout quote that Paul was a raving lunatic.